What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the BnG podcast, episode 99. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the episode, if you're checking us out on YouTube, be sure to comment, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. We're about 45 subscribers from our 1,000 subscriber goal, where we're going to send one of our, BnG faithfuls to a Washington Commander game of our choice on our dime, on our behalf. So let's hit that 1K, because I'm not going to just send you to a game without us hitting that 1K marker. And I'm so happy to announce that we finally become YouTube program partners. So guys, the memberships are active. So go ahead, hit that membership button. Become a member of the BnG Mafia. A lot of exclusive access to content to come. Because guess what? YouTube paying the boy now. So guess what? More fire content to come. More fire content to come for sure. But as I mentioned, it's episode 99 of the BnG podcast. And to give you a timestamp as I do for every episode, it's about 11 p.m. on Sunday, October 29th. And the Washington Commanders are about 7 hours removed from losing to the Philadelphia Eagles 38-31. As I mentioned, they're about 7 hours removed from that loss, but most importantly, they're about less than 48 hours removed from the NFL trade deadline, because I'm so ready to blow this bitch up. I am so ready to blow this bitch up and start anew and start over, because I'm tired. I am so tired. The title is episode 99, guys. We're gonna call this S.O.S, and you can use that acronym to your discretion. It could be same old shit, because I've been dealing with this same old shit for the 28 years of my life. It could be save this ship, because Paddle Boat Ron is out there floating. He out there drowning like a motherfucker. You can use the SOS acronym to your discretion, because I'm sick and tired of this shit. Same old shit. Save our soul. Save our ship. It's all bad. It's all bad. And as I mentioned, that trade deadline is on Tuesday. Get everybody out of this motherfucker. Clean house. I don't care if we got less than 53 dudes on the roster. It don't matter at this point. It don't matter at this point, because you look at the surface, and yes, you look at the score and like, oh guys, you guys lost to the reigning NFC champions by 7 points. And we look at the surface and like, oh, that isn't bad. But guess what? And I'm trying not to get too riled up, because I expected us to lose this game. But we are in year 4 of a 3 to 5 year rebuild. And we out here getting our asses embarrassed week in and week out. Look at the bigger picture. It ain't just about the Philadelphia Eagles. It's about getting your ass handed to you against the Chicago Bears. It's about giving the New York Giants one of their two of their wins this season. One of their only 2 wins this season. I'm so ready to blow this bitch up, bro. Trade everybody. Trade everybody. You have rumors all morning going from Jay Glazer to Adam Schefter to Ian Rappaport. Well, guess what, guys? Where it's smoke, it's fire. Where it's smoke, it's fire. Get all these dudes out of there. They ain't out here just reporting that for their health. And hopefully when I wake my eyes up in the morning, lift my head off of my pillow, I don't know if it's going to be a Ron Rivera is fired notification, a Montez Sweat is traded notification, a Chase Young is traded notification, a Deron Payne is traded notification. I need something to happen. I need somebody's head on the spike at this point, because I'm sick of this shit. I know it makes for entertaining content, but it's not good for my health to be coming on YouTube ranting and raving about this damn team week in and week out. Blow this shit up. Blow this shit up. Start anew. Start anew. If you guys haven't peeped, I started a Washington Wizards podcast earlier this week. They need to take a page out of the Washington Wizards playbook and blow this bitch up. Starting with the NFL trade deadline in 2 days. Fire everybody. Fire Ron the coach. He's fucking ass. He out there sleep at the wheel, missing challenges. That ball clear as day that Devontae Smith did not catch that motherfucker. How do we not even challenge that play? How do we not even challenge that play? Like, what are you doing? I know he had his arms folded so fucking hard. And you know we out there boots on the ground at FedEx week in and week out. Well, guess what? That shit about to stop. I got season tickets for sale the rest of the year, and I'm giving them out for the low. Because I know y'all don't really want to go. You might as well enjoy a football game on a Sunday. On a nice Sunday afternoon. Holla at me over here at Bleeding BnG. Because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Like I said, fire on the coach. He out there missing challenges on the Devontae Smith drop ball. Missing challenges, but guess what? I don't get how the refs can overturn a so-called incompletion by Jahan Dotson in New York, as they tell us. But then they missed that one. I thought we stopped getting screwed again when Dan Snyder left. I thought once Dan Snyder left, the NFL was going to stop thucking us. But guess what? The refs ain't the reason we lost. We lost because this organization is incompetent as hell. As I mentioned, fire on the coach. Fire on the coach, because guess what? He the one that started that makeshift-ass O-line at the beginning of the year. I told you I was a Nick Gates fan for the first couple of weeks. Then Buddy should start getting his ass whooped. You put Tyler Larson in there today. You put Chris Paul in there for Sadiq Charles. And guess what? You can finally fucking run the ball. You get some push in the run game. No shit. No fucking shit. I told y'all in training camp that I wanted Chris Paul to win the left guard battle over Sadiq Charles. And Sadiq Charles might have been our best lineman up to the point he got hurt. That's like being the tallest fucking midget in the room. That ain't a fucking accomplishment. That ain't a fucking accomplishment. You get Chris Paul in there today, and guess what? Brian Robinson averages over 5 yards per carry. That's Ron the coach. But guess what? I don't only want Ron the coach to get fired. I want Ron the GM out that bitch too. Because guess what? He the one that drafted Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes is fucking dog shit. He's the one that made Emmanuel Forbes a first-round draft pick. Emmanuel Forbes played 5 snaps today. He gave up a 3rd and long on one of them, and he gave up a touchdown on another. That means he played 3 more plays and sat his ass on the bench. His name is not Emmanuel Forbes. His name is Arthur Juan Brown Jr. because A.J. Brown is his fucking daddy. A.J. Brown is his fucking daddy, boy. A.J. Brown be putting him on his lap every time they fucking play. Emmanuel Forbes was in there all but 5 plays. Guess what? They went at his ass as soon as he got in because they know he's fucking food. Barbecue chicken alert. Word to Shaq. This nigga sucks. I need Ron and GM to get fired, though. I do. I ain't going to blame Emmanuel Forbes. Yeah, he's ass. But guess what? He ain't drafted himself with the 16th pick. He did not draft himself in the 16th pick. And guess what? The touchdown that Emmanuel Forbes got on, Jartavius Martin got his ass dunked on too. A.J. Brown out here mossing our 1st and 2nd round pick, and they playing all but 10 plays together combined. What the fuck? What the fuck? Organizational malpractice. I've been chanting this since the Bears game. I've been chanting this for 3 years. I've been chanting this since this podcast started. It's the same old shit. That's why this episode is titled S.O.S. Soon as Emmanuel Forbes got in that motherfucker, he got baked. Playing some of the worst fucking technique I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck were you doing sitting on the bench the last couple of weeks? Out there fucking playing tiddlywinks with your fucking fingers, bruh? But like I said, I ain't even gonna blame him. Whose fucking bright idea was to have him sitting on a fucking bench on the fucking pine for the last 2 weeks? Then bring him back in with the dude that fucking raped him 3 weeks ago. That fucking had him ripping out all the verses in the entire Bible. Dropping all of the verses in the entire Bible on social media. A.J. Brown had that boy reading the Bible from cover to cover while riding the bench. He had enough time to do it. And then you sit him back out here to get fucking baked like that. That boy posted every book of Psalms in the book out there on social media. He probably back at it today. Matter of fact, I think he is. Organizational malpractice. Ron the GM. Got fucking Braden Daniels out here drafted in the 4th round, and I ain't seen him since August. I don't even think bro be on the sideline. We got to check and see if he's fucking alive, bruh. Getting no impact from any of your draft picks. And it started off amazing. We started out 14-0. I'm out here trolling. I'm out here trolling the shit out of Eagles fans. Because you know it was about 90% of them motherfuckers in FedEx today. We was out ratioed 85-15 today. Something's got to happen. I told you I need somebody's head on a spike. If I notice that shit, you don't think Josh Harris did? And that's why we need the clean house starting Tuesday. I told you, Jay Glazer, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all talking about members on this defensive line have the potential of potentially getting traded. I think Adam Schefter was the one that talked about today's game had a lot of impact on if this was going to happen. Well, guess what? It needs to happen. Well, guess what? We lost, just like I expected us to do. And every member on that D-line played like they wanted to get traded today. Chase Young out this bitch running the loop every fucking play. Just running a fucking loop around Jalen Hurts. Jonathan Allen did all that bitching and all that ranting last week and had 1 assist to tackle. Bro couldn't even get his own tackle today. Deron Payne wasn't any better. I think Montez Sweat had a half a sack, and that's because Deron Payne missed it. And he was just trying to get in there to get his fucking trade value up. I ain't mad at you, though. Get your money, my boy. I see what you're doing. He laid on Jalen Hurts as he was falling to get that half a sack. He just trying to get that trade value up. Because guess what? I wouldn't care if all of the niggas was gone. I was out there in the chat. Shout out Rio. Shout out Zach. Shout out Alex. Shout out Marshall. Shout out Tay. Shout out Todd. I was out there in the chat a couple days ago like, man, I don't mind giving up 1 DN, and I don't really have a preference to 2, but giving up 2 is fucking overkill. Ha! Joke's on me. I take that statement back so fucking fast. You can give up either one of them. You can give up either one of them. It's going to have a marginal impact on this team. Because they have a marginal impact on the football games being played. I'm so flustered I ain't even get to my quarterback yet. Sam Howell had a 400-yard, 4-touchdown, 1 interception day. And the offense put up 31 points. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season, you would have said, oh, we blew them out. Oh, we blew them out. Because we thought this defense was supposed to be fucking elite. That's what they've been selling us for years. That's what they've been selling us for years. This defense was never fucking elite. This defense was elite playing fucking Ben DiNucci, fucking Andy Dalton, fucking who else? Fucking the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger. The ghost of Ben Roethlisberger passed. Fucking senior citizen ass Ben Roethlisberger. Fucking Nick Mullins. That's who the fuck this defense was elite against. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Everybody was wearing masks the last time this defense was fucking elite. If that's what you want to call them. And I don't even want to talk about, oh, they were a top 2 defense last year, dude. They were a top 2 defense last year. Well, guess what? They couldn't get a fucking stop when they wanted to. Go look at i.e. the Cleveland Brown game. I.e. the Cleveland Brown game. And guess what? That's a microcosm, that's a microscope of everything that we've been seeing today. We let them back in the game, and I'll get to that later. Matter of fact, I'm going to get to that now. We started off amazingly. Up 14-3. 4th and 1. Under 2 minutes. I'm not mad at the decision to go for it. But you run an empty fucking backfield and throw a hitch route to Terry McLaurin. Like, what the fuck? And I ain't going to get on Eric Bieniemy today. I'm not. He scored 31 points on the Philadelphia Eagles. You're supposed to win that game. But that's when the tide turned in that game. That's when the tide turned in that game. We'll be fooling ourselves if we didn't think otherwise, if we told ourselves otherwise. You know, in D.C., we all about the moles. We all about the moles over here in the DMV. Well, that's what a momentum changed in the fucking game. 10-point turnaround. Because A.J. Brown proceeded to dunk on fucking Benjamin St. Juste, who y'all told me was nice. All of our corners ass, bruh. Newsflash, we don't have a good cornerback on the roster. And yes, my man Joey Slye did kick a 61-yard field goal. But you still trading 3 points for 7. You still trading 3 points for 7. And Philly has all the momentum at that point. And they proceeded to score 28 points in the second half on your fucking head top. We got fucking Julio Jones scoring touchdowns in the year 2023, bruh. I swear to God, Julio walked in that bitch with a walker today, bruh. I saw him leave out the stadium with a fucking cane today. But guess what? He didn't. He young enough to score a touchdown on our sorry asses, bruh. He young enough to score touchdowns on our sorry asses. All our DBs getting cooked. Kendall Fuller let Devontae Smith just run behind him. Like I told you, we be boots on the ground. I don't know if that was a coverage lapse. I'm just letting you know what it looked like from my seat, row 10, section 139. I got some beautiful ass seats. I see everything. I knew that was a drop by Devontae Smith. I don't know how Ron didn't. Over there folding his fucking arms, bruh. Shit is a joke. I told you I'm trying not to get riled up. But when you look back at things, and when you put the telescope out and look at things from the big picture, from a big lens, we were failed from the jump, bruh. We were sold false dreams. Like, and I don't know if you did, but my foolish ass bought it this season. I really thought we was capable of winning 10 games. You got your quarterback in what, his 9th start, throwing for damn near 400 yards and 4 touchdowns against a team with 1 loss. But your defense with 6 first-round draft picks out that bitch getting slutted up and down Central Avenue, bruh. Slutted up and down Gary Morgan Boulevard, bruh. Having David Mayo on a fucking NFL roster in 2023, organizational malpractice. Organizational malpractice. And it ain't like the dudes that was in front of him was nice. It ain't like he was playing behind fucking Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner, fucking Ray Lewis, Patrick Willis in their prime. He playing behind Cody Barton, bruh. He ain't much better, bruh. He ain't much better. Like I told you, I don't really want to get in. I don't really want to go in on Eric Bieniemy because I don't think he was the issue today. But Brian Robinson has 10 carries for 59 yards, averaging damn near 6 yards a carry. Why the fuck does he only have 10 carries, bro? Why the fuck does he only have 10 carries, bro? That's a small note, though. That's a small note, though. Especially when you got a lead in the second half. Ron told me before you came that we wanted to be 2-1. Then you come and we throwing 50 fucking passes a game. There's a disconnect there. There's a fucking disconnect there. Organizational malpractice. I know y'all saw that slap today when Ron was looking all over his shoulder with his arms folded so fucking hard, looking over EB's shoulder I know y'all seen EB look back like, bro, get the fuck off of my back. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, you can do any better. I know y'all saw it. I ain't see it till late. Jahan Dotson, the ghost of Jahan Dotson finally wakes up today. He has over 100 yards, has a touchdown. He's killing man coverage. I ain't seen that Jahan Dotson in 13 months. Scratch that. December. I ain't seen that Jahan Dotson in 10 months. We finally get Jahan Dotson rolling. Then Terry McLaurin fucking drops 2 passes. Y'all know nobody loves 17 more than I do. You see, I'm sitting here with this fucking signed jersey right here. But guess what? He's not absolved from criticism. His body catching ass. 2 crucial drops. Y'all telling me that this team was a quarterback away. Well, 400 yards and 4 touchdowns is supposed to win you these games when your team is a quarterback away. Newsflash, we're not. We're not. And let's look at the big picture. We 2 games behind the Carolina Panthers for the number 1 overall draft pick. I'm so ready for the bottom to fall out this bitch so fucking fast. Like I told you, trade everybody Tuesday. Trade everybody. Because this season is cooked. 0-3 in the division. Year 4, some rebuild though, huh? Offensive line played pretty well. But guess what? When you need them to really stand up on 4th down, trying to drive to tie the game, y'all knew Andrew Wiley was going to fuck up. Y'all knew that. Y'all knew Andrew Wiley was bound for one fuck up a game. He didn't give it to you all game. He waited for the most crucial moment in the game to give it to you. Andrew Wiley. Eric Bieniemy and Ron Rivera special. That's who y'all brought in this year and told me he was the answer at right tackle. Eagles out there fucking getting freaky on us, bruh. They ran a fake tush push today. What the fuck? They remixed the shit out of a tush push today and scored on it. They put the tush push in a Jazzy Fizzle production shizzle, dog. They put Metro Boomin on the tush push and scored on that bitch, bruh. I'm so checked out, if you can't tell. Man. I really don't know what else to say. I'm so ready to start a clean slate. And it's before Halloween, and I'm already talking about next year. I'm 28. I'm sick of talking about next year's, bruh. As you get older and older, them years ain't promised, bruh. And I would like to see my organization be competent once again. I don't want to keep holding on to 2005, 2007, 2012. Bro, I was a little ass kid when them shits was happening, bruh. I'm a grown ass man when I fucking pay a mortgage, big ass beard, and we ain't been nice since I hit puberty, bruh. Like, what the fuck? Out here, repping this team, going to fucking FedEx week in and week out, just to get fucking embarrassed. I had a little 7-year-old boy trolling the shit out of me all game today. And I loved it. I love the energy. I love it. But you want to know how my big old ass felt getting trolled By a 7-year-old, bruh? 7-year-old telling me to beat the traffic in my own house? Seven-year-old up there grittying in my face. And I'm over there just looking away like I don't see him grittying in my motherfucking face. Shout out to you, man. Like, you made the day more fun than it was going to be. Because I told you, I had no expectations going into this game today. I got there at 12:50. There was no tailgating. When I showed up, I seen a sea of green. These boys got me so flustered I don't even want to talk. I can't even talk. Shit look like Lincoln Financial Field today. And that shit ain't going to change until we start winning games. John Allen talking about 7 years of this shit. Bruh, I've been in this shit 28 years, bruh. I've been repping y'all sorry asses for 28 years. You don't think I'm more sick of it? I'm 3 times more sick of this shit than you are. 4 times. 4 times more sick of this shit than you are, bruh. They talking about they ain't taking calls for Jonathan Allen. Why? Why not? Why not? For him to get 1 assisted tackle in the game? Like what? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I need somebody's head on a pitchfork. Trade deadline Tuesday. Y'all let me know who getting traded. Is it 99? Is it 90? I even heard Deron Payne name in some rumors today. I hope it ain't him. I think he might be our best defensive player. I think he might be our best player on the roster right now. Especially with my boy 17 out there catching with his fucking face mask. I know I said on here 2 years ago and told y'all that Terry McLaurin was better than A.J. Brown. I'm sorry. I apologize. Terry McLaurin is still a hell of a player. And I pray one day he gets consistent, competent quarterback play. But A.J. Brown is a grown-ass man. Ask Benjamin St. Juste. Ask Emmanuel Forbes. No. I told you, he's not Emmanuel Forbes. Ask A.J. Brown Jr. Devontae Smith going for 100 yards on us. You get a big play. You get a big play. You get a big play. They treating us like fucking Oprah, bruh. They treating us like fucking Oprah, bruh. Y'all let me know. Who y'all think will get traded? Talk to me in the comments. Because I'm so ready for everybody to go. We can run out that bitch with me. At this point, I promise you I'm going to get more effort than some of these players. I ain't saying I'm a cook. But I promise you I'll give you some effort more than these players. Shit, I give it now. Just sitting in the fucking stands. That'll do it for this episode of the Bleeding BnG podcast, man. Stay tapped into this page, man. Keep peeping the channel this week. Like I told you, we got that YouTube money coming in now, so you know we gotta up the ante on the content. If you're checking us out on audio-only platforms such as, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave a rating, be sure to leave a review. That's how we finesse these algorithms to get Bleeding BnG as your #1 content hub whenever you hit that search bar. Stay tapped into the page. If you haven't already, if you're Washington Wizards fan, go ahead and check out the first episode of Wiz Kids Forever. Episode 2 dropping shortly. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't hesitate to become a member, man, because you see, we giving you the riled up, the raw, uncut, unfiltered analysis like we promised over here at Bleeding BnG. But imagine if you could get that first. And imagine if you get exclusive content at that. So go ahead, become a member. Hit the super thanks. Hit the super chat. And I'll check in on you guys later. Episode 100. Big monumental episode coming up next. So make sure you tapped into the page. Peace.